What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning? Maybe good morning? Somebody on the other side of the world? I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. I can't believe we're already here again. What happened? Weren't we just here? Didn't we just do this? Didn't we just do this? I hope everybody's well. Thanks for tuning in for another live stream. So what are we going to do today? Well, today is Commotion. So I've got some commissions that I'm already actively working on right now. And I figured we would just keep doing it. We'll do it together. How does that sound? Does that sound all right? But before we dive into kind of that concentrated, whoa, music, relax. I don't know why I did that. So last time we streamed was on Thursday, and we did sketchbook shenanigans. So we went through my sketchbook file, and we settled on a piece of art in there that I wanted to kind of bring to full glory. Wanted to spend that time and that energy on really polishing it up as best as possible. And I did that. We started it on stream. I didn't finish it on stream. I actually finished it offline. But I wanted to share that with you guys before we start anything else for today. I'm actually really happy with the way this came out. Hopefully you agree. So this sketch of the Spirit Halloween possession of an abandoned Sears, originally sketched in 2022, I present the 2024 high definition remaster. Look at this. I am very, very happy with this. So let's look real quick here. Let's take a moment, if you will, to compare and contrast the rough sketch from 2 years ago to the final piece of art now. So let's dive into the face here. Kind of line that up. So one of the things I was really looking at, see these lines up here by the shadow on the forehead? I was looking at that and actually had a layer on where I had those lines on the final. And I don't know, it felt like it didn't belong. It felt like it was out of place. So I killed it. I took that, pun intended, I took that off. I'm a really big fan of the reflected red right here on the side of this eye socket. Who doesn't love a little reflective light on an eye socket? You know what I'm saying? I think I was able to achieve a pretty decent kind of perspective on this. Like, I thought this also looked pretty good. The Grim Reaper, looking down. I thought I did a pretty decent job getting that on this one too. It was a little bit of a struggle on the live stream, you can see. Skeleton hands are also really difficult to draw. Like, there's like no palm. Surely you guys already knew that. Like, a skeleton's hand, there's like no palm. It's like all 5 of the fingers are just twigs that all come to one little tiny central twig unit. So that was a little difficult. Not really much to this. Logos are logos. A little bit of perspective. I mean, I spent a long time. I really wanted to make sure the lines were polished and clean. I think I did a pretty good job at getting that exactly where I wanted. Some of the like flaring away little bits of flames. Made in the machines here, the Spirit over the Sears. Yeah, you know, I had a brief moment where I considered having multiple different versions where this would say Circuit City or Best Buy or, I don't know, Blockbuster, Radio Shack, but I'm like, nah. You know, it starts to get into that area of how much effort is too much effort for absolutely zero return. But I think Sears gets the point across, I think. My Kevin is very excited about the DK music. That's because he's a man of taste. That's why. There you go. Thank you guys for tuning in, though. I do appreciate it. As a seasonal Spirit employee, I very much appreciate it. Do you really? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so that's that. Should I do anything with this? Gev1138, what's up? DK Dead Kevins? What's wrong with you? Dead Kevin? Well, you have the emote. You have a skull. Look, you have Skelly Hink. Boom. Right there. Dead. Dead. So once again, this is what we did last Thursday. If you guys missed the live stream, we went through Sketchbook, which I had a lot of fun doing. I think we should do that more regularly. So went through the Sketchbook. This was the sketch I had done in 2022 after I literally drove by an abandoned Sears that had a Spirit banner up, and I said, that's kind of fun. I can imagine like the spirit of Spirit possessing this building, which is kind of how I came up with this idea. But it never left the sketchbook. It was just a rough sketch. And then this is the actual final polished, nice piece of art. So really happy with this. Will I do anything with it? I don't know. What's my goal? My goal is to post this online and have Spirit do something. I have posted the other, so I posted this one in 2022 when I did it, and I tagged Spirit, and they did nothing because their social media management team is a bunch of clowns because they have an artist making free promotional material for them. And they do nothing. They don't engage, they don't reshare, they don't repost, they don't retweet, they don't reblog, they don't even like it, they don't even comment. As a former professional public relations and community management and social media manager, poor taste. So we gave them the benefit of the doubt. I did it again in 2023. I tagged them again thinking they'd do something with it. They did nothing. This is my year. I'm going to manifest some engagement this year. We're going to post this one up, I think, September 1st. I'm going to tag Spirit. You guys want to help me out? Tag Spirit. So, they're owned by Spencer's. Spirit Halloween is owned by Spencer's? I didn't know that at all. At all. Spirit has to make like quadruple the amount of money that Spencer's makes. Nevertheless, that's done. So thank you guys for tuning in. I have some commission work to do today. I'm going to show you what that is. And I got input back. Well, I have a couple things. Let me show you this one first because this one I'm not going to keep working on during the stream, but I'm going to show you. So I've got a, what's up, J-Freak? It is England.
Hey, look, everybody! Kevin's back! Kevin! We love you, Kevin! Kevin, please!
What's up, J-Freak? So this is a logo design project, and this is full package. First of all, get your mind out of the gutter. First of all, get your mind out of the gutter. I have two different logo design packages. Here, we're like getting into the nitty gritty today. Ask questions, guys. This is meant to be interactive, or, you know, informative or educational or something. Entertaining? So I do logo design. I don't do a ton of logo design, but I do logo design because everybody on the planet wants a logo, right? A lot of them, they'll just go type something into an AI machine and get a logo. Fine. Good for them. Good. Just a little face just flying across the screen. Everything stops, and it's just like, hold on. Gotta acknowledge this. We're just happy you're here. Made in the Machine, we're happy you're here. J Freak, we're happy you're here. Gev1138, we're happy. We're just happy. I'm just happy everybody's here. Okay. So logo design. This is actually a business in Connecticut. The roots are still there. So a business in Connecticut reached out to me. They wanted a logo made up for their business, the Handmade Hub. It's like a consignment shop that sells a lot of like crafts and things. So this was my initial concept, just based on the brief. I had like almost no information, just kind of, they wanted it a little bit rustic, a little bit crafty. That's it. That's all I had to work with. So here was my first kind of approach at it. I think all of these have different merits and they're kind of fun for different reasons. So I just shot this off about 2 hours ago to get some insight from them on what they think. So for logo design packages, I have like a full package, which is we don't know what we want, Kevin make it. And we do know what we want. Here's an example, Kevin make it. Those are the two different approaches, because one requires me to sit here and spend a lot of time brainstorming and just ideating and coming up with pages and pages of these, which takes a lot of time. And then the other is just, no, here's a sketch on a napkin, make it happen. So it's a significantly less amount of time, so I charge half the amount for that. This is a full logo design package. I really struggle with logos. These are so creative. Do you really? Hey, if you ever need logos, you're an artist. You can make your own logos. You hire somebody else, it's like you have to turn in your artist card. Do I have any other examples of logo designs? Let me see if I can show you some. Ooh, this is a good one. So there's a Lego themed podcast. Ideating. J Freak likes that word. What is that? What? Okay. So there's a Lego themed podcast called ZMB Live.
Hi, Kevin.
What's up, Repush? Glizabeth. Glizabeth. So, these were some of the concepts I was putting together for this. Obviously, the theme was like Lego themed, right? But not trying to be too reliant on Lego iconography and copyrighted icons like minifigures. Don't do that. So you can see this is me just like approaching different ways to go about it. You can't forget Brad Tech. So, because we're talking about this, I was showing this off, and so I'm just showing another example of me going through the process of brainstorming concepts on logos. I think these are fun for different reasons, you know. And then what we ended up doing with this one is this is kind of the one here, this letter F. This is kind of the one that was chosen to push forward. And then we have this. This would be the next step, I believe. So this was now starting to kind of refine it a little bit more. Not necessarily putting a lot of time. These are great. Thank you. Thank you. Not necessarily putting a lot of time into the colors yet, but just kind of fleshing it out. Do I have one more stage before the final? Yeah, I think this one is the last stage before final art. Because this is still sketched. So this is like, this was getting near the end. But you can still see it's like sketchy. And most logos don't have like a cartoon in it. Like most. Most don't. Some do, but most don't have like, can you slap me inside of it? You know, I do have another logo that I did. Let me see if I can find his folder. What was his name? Was it Jason? No. What was his name? Justin? No. What was his name? It was Crew Woodworking. and he wanted a cartoon version of himself in the logo. Yeah, it was Roy. I got that super wrong. I'm just gonna say random names, and eventually one of those names is gonna be right. Here, this guy. He does like woodworking and stuff, and he wanted a cartoon version of himself in the logo. Gev says, pre-ordered your Deku Tree yet, Kev? Nah, I'm not gonna get it. It's lame. The Deku Tree Lego set is lame. I just want Link. I just want Link, and I also don't want to spend $1 million on a Lego set. I am what we call poor. Dang, this is so good. I still have a sketch I haven't even finished. This is almost making me feel inspired. Am I inspiring you? Hold on. Am I inspiring you? Sarah's here. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Carlos is here. Carlos, are you ever gonna live? Carlos, I thought you were gonna live stream yesterday. I had like muscle memory of you live streaming, and I just sat sadly on your Twitch channel and just hoped that you would appear. If that's not the saddest things I've ever heard. Made in the machine going in for the lurk. Hey, thanks for popping around. I appreciate it. Enjoy your lurk. I need a throne list with Deku on. No one's gonna do that for me. You think someone's gonna buy me like a... How much is that? You think someone's gonna buy me a $300 box of plastic? Oops. Oh, did I open the Photoshop file? I thought I opened up the JPEG. You think someone's gonna buy me? Look, it looks dumb. Look how dumb this looks. Carlos, how dumb does this look? Carlos, I want no, turn off the music. Carlos. What do you think of this? Hold on. I wish I had like music just like ready to go. I really did. Makes me feel lame. All right. Let's get this. Stand by. We need Carlos's hot take as a hardcore Zelda fan. Carlos, tell us what you think of this Lego set. That's goofy, says Carlos. He's got snail antenna eyes. Keep going, Carlos. Keep going. Like by Twitter. Stop it. We are on a particular tangent. I can't go inside of him. Carlos, I give you the floor, and you say things like this. Don't try to save it with Fidus Parasites. Carlos, can you put your... Everything I have to say revolving Carlos is inappropriate. Carlos, can you put your nut emote chat, your nut emotes in the chat? There you go. All right, thank you. There you go. All right. You know what I want? You want to know what I want from this set? You want to know what I want from this Lego set? It's not even on this box. It's not even on this box. This is what I want. I like the links. Carlos is the only other human being in this live stream right now I trust. Carlos is the only fellow hardcore Zelda fan, maybe equal footing as me. I don't know if he's more of a Zelda fan than me. Carlos, would you get a Zelda tattoo? This is the most bated breath this chat has ever had. The Triforce, of course. Okay. Carlos has already disappointed me. So, get out of here. Get. I'm not gonna get that set. That set's lame. Maybe like somewhere secret, Carlos. I don't want to answer all the Illuminati questions I get. I think this set's lame. I think it looks lame. I just want the link. And I don't even necessarily want the Breath of the Wild link. I just want the Ocarina of Time link. How's the music? Is the music okay? Can you guys hear me? And I would only like a Zelda from Ocarina of Time, but you only get Breath of the Wild Zelda, which is fine. Whatever. Back to what I was saying. Logo design. So yeah, these were sent off to the client. I'm gonna get input back, and I'll work on it later. But that's not what we're gonna do today. That's not what we're gonna do today. We are gonna work on this character for the client who is putting together a card game, like a tabletop game. I think cards are involved. So this was my first concept sketch based on the brief. It's like Egyptian inspired, but it's in space. So it's a space suit with Egyptian iconography on it. He's got a scimitar. This is supposed to be energy. I don't know if that came across, but I've got some input back from him from the check-in, and I'm gonna take that into consideration and tweak it. Gev ponders a campaign to inundate Kevin and Link minifigs. Well, no one's gonna do that. I think the problem is, you know this better than most, I think. The problem is people think this is some kind of magical plastic gateway drug and like Kevin's back. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be. I just like Zelda. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I've always been a huge Zelda fan, and Zelda Lego is what I've always asked for from the beginning of time. But that set is like not super great. So. All right, I'm gonna go to my email real quick, and I hope everybody's doing okay. Feel free to ask any questions. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, as always. Okay, simplify the wing design on the chest. Slightly more subtle. Build it into the solidness of the suit chest plate. Interesting. Sigh. So, okay. He likes this, but he wants it more subtle. Okay, all right. We can do subtle around here. Gev says, I'm just mad I didn't get Kevin's balls.
How do we make this look more sus?
Good timing on that, John Y. How are you? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we should still keep the circle. I don't want it to be too Iron Man, but like, it's also not really. Yeah. How much investment can I have in this? It's just a job I get paid for, right? It's like, then it's over. And it leaves my life. We're simplifying. We're simplifying. How's everybody doing today? Carlos, how are you today? Gev, what's going on? John Y, how's everybody? How are you? Thank you guys for popping in, as always. This kind of needs to be scrunched up a little bit because his arm is up. Carlos says he's sweaty. Information not needed. What did you say about live streaming? Did you say you might potentially live stream tomorrow and you're gonna lie to me and break my heart? Is that what you said? I won't say, you'll just have to see. Well then, Carlos. Hey, something that's kind of exciting. I finally put the Time Wizard and the Ogre Wizard over on the Redbubble, Threadless, and TeePublic shops. I've been meaning to do that for literally months. That finally happened. So if you guys are huge fans of the stream and the stream lore, and you want the Time Wizard or the Ogre Wizard as some kind of commemorative keepsake, you can. Sarah's going in for the lurk. Enjoy the artwork from a distance. Radio Hinkle time, gotta do dishes? Nice. Go for it, man. Do the dishes. Do those dishes. Let's see. How do I make this more subtle? More subtle, you say. I also don't want this to look like bird wings, or I guess they're supposed to be bird wings, but like butterfly wings. It's supposed to be like Egyptian wings. There's like a look. Maybe something like this. Sure, why not? Why not? So if you're just popping into the stream, working on commissions today, this is my process. So I sent this character off. I did a rough concept sketch this morning, and I got feedback from the client on things he wants changed. So that is what we're doing right now. And welcome in. I don't like that. He also said he wanted the expression more jovial. So let's look at the feedback. Please make the face friendlier, like a joyful warrior. He's on a great quest, and a big part of it is being excellent to everyone. Okay. So I hear warrior, and I do not think happy. So that's why I gave him a stoic expression. So let's see here. Jovial expression. So we are in our last week of summer here in Austin before my son goes back to school. He's had a very busy summer. He moved across the entire country, got a new home, reconnected with his family for the first time in his whole life. But it's time to get back into some routines. Let's see. I suspect a lot of people are starting school this week and next week and every week, kind of just continuing to go until they're all back. Got a little Egyptian iconography here, which is important on the, that was very important on this one. So he already had a sketch of the face, and that was very important that I basically just copied it. But thank you guys for tuning in as always. I appreciate you. Working on commission work today. If you're just popping in, feel free to ask any questions. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Not terribly exciting today. This is a little bit more just seeing how I work. Got some Zelda music playing. It's always fun to hang for a bit. That's until J-Freak runs away and starts a secret stream, though. I got your number. I know how you work. I got your... Oh, you know what? Not a single one of you even said anything that I had not returned to my tablet. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why didn't any of you say anything? It's not a secret because it's on my calendar and I've been adhering to the schedule. Good for you. That warms my heart. Truthfully. Okay. Let's take that. I think that looks pretty good. Let's take that. Sarah, don't go for the lurk and then come out of the lurk to criticize me, okay? I did have a secret stream on Friday. J-Freak, you had a secret stream on Friday? I was busy on Friday, okay? I was busy on Friday. Move his head a little bit. Don't, Pac-Man. Don't. I am ill prepared for your swift familiarity with the Twitch platform and its culture. I want you to know that, Sarah. Ill prepared. Ill prepared. I'm gonna need you to tone down that familiarity and expertise. Thank you. You've clearly been on this platform much longer than you have led to believe. Look how jovial he looks. See, that's great. He's jovial. Jovial. Okay, what was the other? What is some of the other feedback we have here? Please make the suit look more solid and armored. Okay. Solid and armored like this. Okay, I've got a client has sent me this as an example for armor, that what he wants for the suit. For the suit to look more like armor. Okay. All right. I mean, sure. Whatever. You know, whatever. Let me save this. I have not saved this yet. This character's name is Cyrus. Okay. Let's do a new layer, so we don't need to do a layer check. More like armor, you say. Okay, we're gonna do this for some wrist guards, and then maybe do this, like a bicep kind of guard here, and then this, but then that maybe is a segment, and then I think this underneath here has got like some fabric of some kind, like that. Okay. And then this can be like a chest plate. Right? We'll do this. Like this. This will be open. No. Wait, like here. And that'll go like this. How about like that? I'm gonna do something like that. Who knows if this is gonna be good or not? That's the whole point. With commission stuff, you kind of go back and forth. Sometimes they love it on the first pass, sometimes they don't. I would say more often than not, this is not me being full of myself, more often than not, my clients are pretty happy with my first passes at things, so there's not a lot of revisions. I don't tend to do a lot of revisions. Doesn't mean I'm not the best artist in the world. I think I just am good at understanding what somebody wants. So if I don't get that right away, that tends to tell me the other person's bad at communicating. That's usually what that tells me. Because I have good record at providing what my clients wanted in the first pass. He wanted it more up, the wrist more up. I'll look at that in a second. All right, and then this still need. He did like this. He liked the collar and like the bubble around the head. So I gotta keep that. Okay. Yo, is that Panda? Is Polished Panda here? Subscribing at tier for 2 entire years, Panda?
Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
How you doing, Panda? Happy 2-year subversary. Thank you for your incredible generosity for 2 entire years. My, how the time flies, huh? Commission work. We're doing commission work tonight. So I sent off this character sketch earlier and I got some feedback. So I'm implementing said feedback. Live before your very eyes. How are you today? Did school start? We officially have 1 week left. We have 1 week left of summer. I'm exhausted. School started this week. Well, that answered that question. Thank you for your service, Panda. Should I shake your hand in the airport? Probably, actually. Probably. Always. You should always shake my hand in the airport. That just should be a standard. Okay. Armor, so there should be knee pads. Right? That's what you do on armor. That's just how it works. A hug is nice too. A shoulder to cry on. Has it been rough? I mean, I'm sure it is, right? Like just by default. First, like school starting has got to be rough. No matter what. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's okay, actually. I'm gonna DM you an art piece one of my second graders did. Do you want me to show it, or is this secret? Ooh, you decide? I kind of want to bring the wing design up here, this down here into the legs. Like, I think that looks good. You decide. Just let me know where you send it. Okay. I'm gonna take this leg and copy and paste. Because I am. Does he look kind of oddly legged? Something about it's kind of weird, huh? I think honestly it's the knee pads are wrong spot. Maybe. Or I'm just like, I don't know. Discord said I can't send you messages. Why? Why? Are we not friends? Is that why? Okay, I'm gonna switch this up for like a belt. Okay, not bad. We aren't friends? Well, there you go. Send me a friend request. I have Discord open. He didn't say anything about this, like, symbol on the belt, so I'm just gonna keep it on. Which was like an eye. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do just like the wing. I want to keep that same, like, thickness like the wings. I don't know why. Is it the feet? Are my feet sticking out too much? It looks weird. Like I'm drawing incorrectly. I feel like I'm not, but it feels like I am. Maybe this needs to come out more. Like this and this. And then this would be out here. Like this. Kind of clean this up. See, we all have issues with anatomy, okay? All of us. Let he who is amongst mistakes in the anatomy human art circles please throw the first stone. You have sent messages, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? There you go. I don't know. Maybe updated a setting, you know? They're like, from now on, you can't do this anymore. Stranger danger, you know what I'm saying? Stranger danger. There we go. Okay. I don't know how I messed that up somehow, but somehow I did. I promise I know how to be an artist. Okay. Discord is just trying to keep us apart. Discord. You. That seems anti their mission. Bringing people together. Okay, that looks pretty good, actually. Actually, I think I know what I'm doing. Actually, I think I know what I'm... Uh-oh, not that. Did you send me these things? Yes. All right. So Panda.
No matter how anybody says it is. Feels good to have made something.
Panda, I don't know if I'm going to show this one. If I can get five, if I can, all right, listen to me, everybody. I have a spicy piece of art. I have a spicy piece of kindergarten art. If I can get 5 people to say, show it in the chat, I will show it. 5. Carlos has to dry his hands, has to stop washing dishes and dry his hands to type show it. We have 1 show it. I will count Panda. 1 person. 4 more human beings need to say show it. Will it get you banned? Sarah says show it. Okay. Sarah says show it as 2. I need 3 more human beings to say show it for me to show this spicy piece of elementary school art. This is spicy, folks. Spicier than anything I've ever drawn on this live stream. Reveal it doesn't count. Carlos just wants to be trouble. Gotta say show it. I need 5 human beings to say show it, and we have 2 out of 5. This is our youth. Show it. All right, Carlos said show it. That's 3. I need 2 more humans to say show it. This is our youth. I think that's it. I think you guys ran out of steam. See? The people don't want to see that. The people don't want to see that. The people don't want to see that. Where's the funny man? And I'm sure his mom won't either. Yes. This is a hard angle to draw a hand in. And you guys already know how much I hate hands. If I ever do a drawing for you, all right, I'm gonna put this out there. If I ever do a drawing for you and your hands look good, that means I really care about you, because there's a lot of pain and anguish in that. If your hands look all right, that means you are important to me. Exclamation point, hands. I'm sorry, Carlos. You can't get 5 people didn't want to come out of the lurk to say show it. We only got 3 out of 5. It will not be shown. I know. How do I do? Yeah, like this, right? How do I draw a hand? See, this is what I'm saying. If I draw you a picture and your hands look nice, it means I actually care. Hands are hard. Like, what even is this angle? Okay, the thumb is like here, and the meat of the palm. This needs, wait, the thumb is in front? No, the finger is in front. Fingers in front. I look at my own hand all the time, and don't even lie if you're an artist and say you don't. Okay? Don't even lie. Don't even lie. You have nothing to gain by lying. I'm literally making a fist and looking at my hand over and over again. Okay. So then this now would be like this, and like this, right? Because then it's gonna go up. Something like that. Something like that. Thank you, nevertheless, Panda, thank you for sharing that incredibly promising artwork from today's youth. We are in the most perfect timeline. How old? Just another day as a teacher. I dried my hands for thid. I know, man. You gotta blame your fellow chatters. Couldn't even get 5 people. Couldn't even get 5 people. What are we doing, you know? I thought 5 was a very reasonable ask. Alright. That was a 2nd grader? Oh, that's sad. Alright. Not the 2nd graders. Not the 2nd graders. Alright, he didn't like the sword. He said make it look like this sword. Okay. He had a lot of input. He had a lot of input on this. This sword, like this. Okay. Got it. Got it. So it'd come out and kind of do this. Like that, I guess. Yeah, right? Yeah, perfect. How do I, okay, so the client said, the cutlass, please point it up, mostly up. It'll point to one side a bit because that's how the wrists work, not sideways. The blade isn't solid, it's pure plasma. Because heat rises, it bends upwards as it gets further away from the hilt. As a result, it'll actually bend away from Cyrus to the way he's holding it. I've attached the sword. The blade has no metal, only energy. So I don't know how to like really convey that. So that's kind of how I was giving it the weird matrixy, pixely, Twilight era. Because I don't really know how to show you that this is electricity or just plasma. Except for doing this on a separate layer and then just taking the opacity down, right? So do this. I can get rid of this layer. So trying to show that this is pure plasma. That's the issue. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the issue. So I don't know how to do that. I feel like that's the only thing I can think of to really show that it is not made out of. It's like disintegrating. I guess, I don't know. Okay. What's the, okay, we need to do the shield. The shield, I like how you positioned it. Please strap it to the forearm as well as held in the grip, and please give it the shape I've drawn. Okay. I love it. Fine. Make the shield look like this. This, you guys are getting a front row seat in commission work. He wants the shield to look like this, which is fine. Okay. Sarah's going back in for that lurk again. I appreciate you. This is supposed to be smaller at the top, huh? I guess like that, yeah. Like this. And, oh, that's not gonna work. That's not anywhere near the middle of his wrist. It's gonna be like that. So that this is the bar. And then he's got the strap. Like that. And a grip. And then this is gonna come out like that and go this way. And that's gonna come out like that. Get rid of this stuff. Oops, not that. Don't get rid of that. I think we can merge those layers together now. The handle. That and that. I'll add a little bit of this shade. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it, which is exciting. Let me make sure. We're gonna double check the email. Cutlass, shield, face, wing design, armored suit. Yeah, look at that. So we tweaked the original concept sketch. I'll show that in a second here. Let me do this. This. This is the updated based on the client feedback. Let me merge. Okay, this was the first one. So this is the one I sent to the client this morning after I did a rough sketch based on the brief. This is what I sent, and then I got input back, and then this is the redo. So that's gonna go back to him. So I'm gonna save this out, save a new copy. And then I can send that off to him after the stream is over. Was that interesting? Did you find that interesting, loyal viewers? I have this, so I don't need this, no. I do not need that. Let's see. Panda always appreciates it. So the character, I can't do anything. Is there any other commission still? I guess there's not. What do we do now? Guys, what do we do? We have 2 hours and 45 minutes. I kind of thought it would take a little longer. Do I redraw another sketch? Pad draws. I see you like using heavy lines. How much guff did you get when you started out? From whom? And hello, welcome in. Grief from the internet, from social media, from art teachers. I always appreciate you. Thank you, Panda. Truth or dare? Okay, Carlos. Truth. Let's see. And I do like using thick lines. I'm a thick line user. I'm a thick line connoisseur. Should I go into the sketchbook? Should we do another sketch? That was really fun, actually, with the spirit. With the spirit Halloween. But also, I'm like behind on everything. I'm behind on Zelda stuff. I could do that, you know. Pat says the phrase, show it. No. Nope. You lost. My high school art teacher told me it made my art look too much like a coloring book, and no one would take me seriously. That's sad. Also, let me see if I can find it really quick. Where would that even be? Would it be in this? Oh, here. It's funny hearing you say that exactly like coloring book, because here's my coloring book. So, here's the coloring book I have available for purchase. Sarah's back from the lurk. Welcome back. He was obviously very wrong, but still. So I was told in high school and in art school that so I went to the Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design in Denver, and so I have a bachelor's in fine arts with a specialization in 2D animation. And I was told a lot in my art education career that I had a very graphic, bold style. Those were the words that were told to me over and over and over again. It was graphic and bold. You have a graphic and bold style. I wasn't necessarily pushed to change. It was just an observation that was made a lot. It's funny because I get compliments from fellow artists and fans how they love my line art. Yeah, am I following you? Surely I am. Let me see. Stand by. Stand by. I love to support other artists. I'm all about it. All about it. I'm not following you on Twitch, so we've corrected that. Instagram. I'm not following you on Instagram. Am I not following you on anything? What's happening? Am I just bad? Am I just terrible? Bold and brash. Bold and brash. Are you commissioning me to be this mouthpiece for you? Well, welcome back, Pat Draws. I know you're not a first-time chatter because it's not telling me you are, but welcome. He's just holding back beautiful art from a second grader? No. You need to stop. Panda, that's called propaganda. You are spreading propaganda. Okay? Here's some of my figure drawing. Speaking of art school, some of my figure drawing from college. This one was like clothing study. So the nude models were supposed to be in the exact same poses, and one session was with clothes and the other session was not. So instigation without information is usually a bad way to start. It usually, see, Panda, you gotta ease up. Panda's like barreling in and just commanding people say things. Panda. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh, that's your get out of anger. It's the panda way.
Yummy, yummy, looks so good. Yummy, yummy, looks so good. Yummy, yummy, looks so good.
Oh, did you guys see? Did you guys notice? I hate having nothing on the canvas. It makes me feel stupid. It's like when it's a blank white canvas. You guys are looking at white, like nothing. I'll just open this just for something to be there. Did you guys notice the new emote? We have a new emote. Mr. Hink plushie is now an emote. Look at me. You can put that in the chat if you are a subscriber. You have Mr. Hink plushie now. Good stuff. Look at this good stuff. That's good stuff, man. Puts in the good stuff up. Mr. Hink plushie. I'm looking through the sketchbook right now, trying to find something to work on. I should have thought this through a little bit better. What am I doing? What am I even doing with my life? You guys want to have deep philosophical questions about the existence of us and the universe? Or you guys want to draw things? Nothing is real? Ooh, get a little nihilist going on? A little Nietzsche? Did you guys ever see this drawing I did of Murray Carter from Paganimation? This is fan art. This is fan art for David Pagano, my buddy David, who does the little guys stop motion animation. I did this of his like fictional CEO. Should we do something cute? I want to draw something cute. I want to draw something cute. Where's the newest viral art trend? I don't know, man. Who knows? Like bubble plant, like your tattoo? You want to just draw my tattoo for free on stream? Yes. Did you decide if that's like you're gonna lock it in? You gonna lock that in? I hate when I have a million pieces of art and then when I want to show something I have none that are good enough. Look at this. This is really interesting here. So this is a character that I did in college. I'll pay you one day. So this was for our like group film in animation. So we made this like old school bank heist film. Ooh, a beaker with bubble plants. That's cool too. You got. I see. You still need to percolate on this. You need to percolate on what you want and get all that. I'm around when you're ready. So this was the little old lady, and it's funny because I know Carlos, you for sure can see the design inspiration from like the Gerudo witches, but from Ocarina of Time. But this was the little old lady that I did the design work for, and she beats up one of the burglars with her purse. So this is 2006. And I think this was just last year. I wanted to take another stab at how would I redesign this old lady now. So like this was the old lady that I drew just this year, a couple months ago. She's mad. But I thought this was really interesting. So yeah, this is like a college aged character design. And then this is like now. Gotta get out some of those rolls, Carlos. Yeah, that's Granny. She's cute. No, but I need to... Let's pick something... I want to draw something cutesy. I still really want to do this. This, Carlos, this Exor. This sword. I think this is really cool. With like the 7 stars in it. I like the way that they're just... I really like this, and I'd like to do this up like nice, like maybe an airbrushed aluminum or some kind of metallic material on the sticker. I think this would be nice. These were some sticker design sketches from last year. Obviously, the little forest spirits I ended up making. And I can show you guys the final version of that. I don't know how many of you guys are Stardew Valley players. I'm sure Sarah would love it. It's very cutesy. where is it? Sticker designs? Look at these. Look at these little things. Look at these little things. Little forest spirits from Stardew Valley that have just taken a fresh bite out of this star fruit. Look at it. They're they're precious babies. I don't even know what they are. They're like apples. They're like fruits, like walking fruits, but they're alive, and they consume other fruits. It's fruitception. The chickens happened. I still think there's something. I think other artists would love this. Kid Pick certificate of achievement. I think other artists would love this. Their children. What, the Junimos? Yo, Double Dog Dare is here. How's it going? How you doing? Look at this Yoshi coin. I think these are great ideas. I don't know if they'd sell. I don't know if I'd make literally $1, but I think they're great ideas. I think I have lots of great ideas. I don't think I necessarily have lots of viable ideas, but I have ideas. I'm good, and you? Are you settling in? I am settling in. Slowly but surely. There's still some things that are need to happen. So school starts in a week from now. My son will go back to school. I have my appointment tomorrow with the state of Texas for vehicle registrations and license plate. And then in 2 weeks, I have my license appointment. All this stuff took I had to schedule this stuff like a month and a half out. License appointment is in like 2 weeks. Panda's gonna go make Den Den. Okay. All right. You have a son, but your VTube looks so young. I know. Look how young and youthful I look. No, I am almost 40, and I have 2 kids. Here, wait, hold on. I have an emote in my chat that's a little bit more reflective of my current appearance. There you go. We have been busy doing back to school. Yeah, back to school. Yeah, Carlos thinks I'm 20. Here's an accurate depiction of me. Skull. What a turnaround, I know. Almost dead, right? Almost dead. Absolutely. Brink of death. $60 in 2 days? That's awesome. Congratulations. Happy birthday. I guess happy birthday is what you're supposed to say. Congratulations on your birthday. Congratulations on being birthed. That's awesome. Happy early birthday. You should be giving us advice. 60-year-old artist, right? You're like, actually, Kevin, draws doesn't mean I draw anything. Don't jinx me. The Reaper can hear you outside. That's okay. That's all right, because the Reaper, you know what the Reaper does? The Reaper, the only thing the Reaper does is possess old Sears buildings. That's all the Reaper. How did you even find the internet? I know. How did you even find the internet? All right. So we did some commission work earlier, and then I finished. So now I'm trying to kind of find something else to do. So I'm looking back through the sketchbook, which is what we did last Thursday. We found an old sketch that could use some polishing, and we did it. That's what we did. And I was kind of feeling like being in a drawing something cutesy mood, but I don't see anything. Nothing cutesy around here. Oh, I was gonna say Panda. Do you remember these low? But Panda already left. Let's see. Carlos, do you have any thoughts on a Zelda print? Doodle Stream the Return? How dare you? Pat Draws was the original beta tester for the interwebs. That's amazing. When it was just tubes. You guys remember when the internet was just tubes? I've wanted to do another print for like Zelda in general, but I don't know what to do. Yeah, and see, that's what makes me sad, is that if it's not Breath of the Wild, it won't. So, but like that's Breath of the Wild's been great. It's just not like classic Zelda. Spicy pictures on BBSs? I'm examining these. Pardon me. There's this drawing that I really like of Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls, but I need to have like the other two. I can't just have one. You can't just have one Powerpuff Girl. You should make one of those. Do the pink Link from Link to the Past. But yeah, I like this drawing and I like this character design, but I don't like that it's just her because there's 3 of them. So that'll be some project for sometime in the future. So if we're gonna do, I don't want to do a Breath of the Wild poster, man. It's gonna have to be though, right? Do I have any other Zelda fans in the chat? If I make a Zelda print, it has to be Breath of the Wild, doesn't it? It has to be. Nobody wants anything else. I would love some, like, let me just think. If I'm doing a Zelda print, I'm doing a Zelda print. Breath of the Wild Link in the lady costume? Okay, nobody's gonna buy that. The point is not to come back and make prints that become duds. I got my opportunity to get rid of duds and I'm restarting. So we're only doing popular sherbets. Sherbets. Like, I try to think, so when I think of a print, okay, I think of something that's going to sell, but also I think about what I would buy. And maybe that is the absolute worst mindset for this. But I go, what would I enjoy? What would I like to see? What would I put on my wall? That's my problem. That's my, not my problem, that's my problem. You promised us some fantasy drawings? What's up, Reed? 25 entire bits. Thank you, buddy. You're watching a bit before Horseshoes.
Hi, Kevin.
Reed is watching or playing Horseshoes. I never even finished Final Fantasy. I stopped. I don't have a TV, Double Dog Dare. I have no television. We have no TVs. We moved and there's no televisions. So I got rid of the one in my basement. I got rid of the one in the living room. So there's currently no way to watch anything or play anything. So I didn't get to finish. Hey, thanks for the 26 bits, Pat Draws. I appreciate it. Genshin? Dude, get out of here. Carlos, you're not helping. So I feel like Zelda, if it's a Zelda print, it needs to be like, I'm just imagining in my head like Link. Don't you have a computer? I do, but I'm not gonna hook up my game stuff to my computer. I have Link. I don't know, maybe with a fighting with a sword. I feel like it should be in the forest. Link. You see Link? Do you see Link? Draw one of them animes that the youngins watch. Yeah, the animes. And a Korok. I like to do an item sticker pack. Angry Link fighting a Korok. I feel like, what is Zelda? Zelda's like Link. I'm thinking classic Zelda. It's Link in the green outfit, sword, shield, fighting. Like fighting and exploring. So I feel like he should be in a fight in like a forest. And I think it should be pretty like environment heavy, which I hate to say and I hate to do. But I think it has to be for that sense of exploration. Might see you later. Otherwise, maybe see you Friday. No, I'm sorry, Reed. Reed, I have a date. Reed, I have a date. It needs triangles. Ooh, wait. Carlos, do you have an idea? If it's like, hold on. If we do this, hold on. Carlos, I want you to know if I use your idea, you will not get any credit at all. If we do something like this. Like this is like extreme close-up of the Triforce, and then maybe this is like, I don't know, forest. Overgrowth or something. So we got forest here. Character. And then maybe up here is like temple. Like rocks. Rock wall. Temple. I dipped my toe in a digital art again, says Double Dog Dare. I hated it so much. Looked like a kid drew it. Wonderful. It's cool. Just thoughts and wishes will do. Yes, thoughts and wishes. Date nights need to be Saturday nights. I might have a date Saturday night too, Reed. I guess crush updates will fall on Debbie. You have a crush update? Reed, I'm going to follow my own advice and say that if you ever had a date, the last place on the planet I hope you would be Friday Night Bricks. I'm going to follow my own advice. But I'm very excited to hear crush updates. You can rest assured I will re-listen. I need to hear about Reed's love life. I will listen on the replay. I promise you. And then like temple rocks here. This might be stupid. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm just like planning. This might be actually dumb. As I'm doing that, I'm like, maybe this is a stupid idea. This is what happens a lot with my idea planning on these things. They sound like great ideas, and then I do them, and then like, this is dumb. This is actually dumb. We get deets. You going to eat to a cliff? Double Dog Dare says, I have a crush on the Fae King in my book. What is the Pythagorean theorem? I don't know, man. I'm just an artist. So, okay. I'm actually thinking maybe they shouldn't be yellow. Maybe they should just be white. Okay. And then, I don't know what this looks like. If it's Zelda. I am ideating in real time. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just brainstorming. Maybe Zelda with the light arrows. And then Carlos says, I'll buy it. Carlos is lying in real time. When people say they're gonna buy it, it's like that's a promise that they will not. And then this is what we do. This is what artists do. You're gonna come back around? There you go, Carlos. Now you're sounding like a customer. Are you gonna be here all weekend? Yeah, because I go to shows and then I leave after the first day. That's right. How did you know? And then I think we do Pig Ganon. I think this has to be like, yeah, a link to the past maybe style. I think. So this has the yellow band. I don't think I would do Ocarina of Time. I don't even remember what Pig Ganon looks like. Okay, this is awful, right? Awful, awful, awful. But this is like the absolute beginnings of an idea. It's Bird Ganon. Don't make fun of me. I'm gonna start telling them it's limit. You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. Drawing a draw, an artist in their natural habitat. Yes. I want to show you, like, my favorite. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Link. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite art prints from other artists. This one here is an Andy Cluth. I think this is stellar. I love this. I love this. This is Andy Cluth. You can see though, there's so much emphasis put on the environment. I think this is excellent. So this is definitely one of my favorites. You guys been doing conventions? I have not this year. 2024 I took off for conventions because of the move. I am not planning to do any conventions until 2025. I have booked one show so far for 2025. Let me see if I can quickly find another one of my favorites. I don't remember who did it, but it gets like reposted a lot. This is probably gonna be impossible to find right now. It's like Link kind of like halfway underwater with a bunch of fishes and a guardian. I'm sure you guys have seen it. But it seems to be, the emphasis tends to be on the environments and the backgrounds. with Zelda stuff, and the characters are kind of a smaller focus. I like that. Interesting that the characters look almost a different. Yeah, I love that actually. This kind of gives me like a Studio Ghibli vibe a little bit. That you've got like, you know, really kind of cutesy cartoon style here, and then you've got like these beautiful painterly backgrounds. You know, I thought about drawing dungeon stuff, but environment, yeah. And I don't like drawing environments. I do it when I have to, when I absolutely have to. But I'm not a fan. I feel like coming up with ideas for new prints is so difficult. And there's so much pressure on what would be a good seller, what would be topical, what you want to do personally, and what would not be a dud sitting in your product assortment. Like there's so much pressure on making an art print. I hate it. I actually I hate it. Because I just want to do what I want to do. But what I want to do is like never gonna sell. Because what I want to do ends up being stuff like the Wario Land print, which nobody wanted. Like this here, this is probably one of the strongest examples in history of me just wanting to do it because I wanted to do it and for no other reason. It's like this particular Game Boy game, I redrew all these characters from the game from beginning to end. I thought I did a really good job. I think they look really fun. Made this print. Like as a kid, I would have killed for this as a kid. On my wall, killed for it. I would think this is the coolest thing on the planet. But yeah, nobody else wants it. My prints have been collecting dust. My Wind Waker one sells decent. And I just don't like, this is now when you get into the deep philosophical, who is an artist? What is an artist? What is art? When you get into those conversations, like this was the print I did. This was my last Zelda print. My last Legend of Zelda art print was 2019. And these sold out in like 2021, and I never brought them back because I thought my art style had improved a lot. This is Skyward Sword Link with like original item sprites from like the NES version in the background. It's different. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's particularly interesting. So, and see, would I put this on my wall? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put this on my wall. But like my Earthbound print that I just got that are available in the shop right now, Carlos, yours was mailed. Like this one I made it because I wanted to, and I would absolutely put this on my wall. I think this looks awesome. I think this looks killer. I love everything about this. The only thing, and it's not that I don't like it, the only thing I regret is that I didn't get this like printed on like holographic paper. I think this would be awesome on like a holographic material. I'm on the hunt for the mailman. Yeah. Well, it was just yesterday, so give it a few days. But I dropped off your poster yesterday at the post office. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We did some commission work earlier. And now I'm just looking through old sketches and stuff and planning out some potential prints. This was an idea for Link's Awakening print, but I don't know. I just want to draw what I want to draw, and I just want to like have money appear in my bank account. Is that wrong? Is that not possible? Are you telling me that's not possible? Are you telling me I can't have this? I just want to draw what I want to draw. I'm the worst at starting projects and not completing them. I am very fortunate in that I do not have that problem. I have a sketchbook for a reason, like a digital sketchbook. I have a folder that's called sketchbook. I'll make a sketch and I'll toss it in there, and the point is I will go in there when I need stuff to do, and I'll find one and I'll flesh it out. But I don't like start them and then just abandon them. That is fortunately not an issue I have. I need to finish my Alice in Wonderland paintings. Nice. I feel like it's just gonna be, it's gotta be fighting or adventure or the environment. That's what it has to be. Like, it should be one of those, I have a feeling it should be one of these pieces that's like this. Let me show you. Let me show you. This kind of looks like Tingle. A little bit. Shiny object syndrome? Link catching a beetle? I feel like a really cool Zelda print for me, yeah, we gotta do it like an angle or something, would be Link. This is me in my head. You guys can tell me I'm dumb. I mean, Carlos is already like, you gotta do Breath of the Wild. That's all that matters. Like, I'm talking like crazy. Like, I feel like, wait, let me go. I'm almost there. Like something like this, like it's really vast and there's a lot of attention on the environment, and maybe there's little creepy crawlies, snakes, spiders, and whatever, but it's like definitely Link and he's like entering a dungeon. Like that to me is like my Zelda print. But I don't think anybody would want that. I don't think anybody would buy that. Did you ever see the game King's Quest? That Link has a Graham vibe? I don't think so. I don't think I ever saw that. Or play that. So, like, I feel like that would be my Zelda print, but I don't think anybody would buy it. The environment would have to be like, I mean, extra attention to detail. Just like that one I showed from like Andy. Like, I mean, hardcore, like drawing the leaves, right? Like you need to draw all the leaves. Like it needs to be 1,000% effort on the environment. Maybe a logo. I don't know if you need a logo. Maybe not. Probably just copyright infringement for no purpose. Or should there be a logo? Like, would that help? Little leaves and stuff. Like, it would have to be extra detailed, like crazy. Leaves. And then, yeah, I don't know if it would help to have, like, something. Maybe? Right? Like, maybe? Or maybe that makes it tacky? I don't know. So that's an idea. Here's an idea. Kind of brainstorming some ideas right now on a potential Legend of Zelda print. Making prints is incredibly difficult because I was just talking about how I'm struggling with what I want to do versus what I need to do to sell it versus what's familiar with the audience of 2024/2025. And I just want to be an artist and make my own stuff. So there's a lot of conflict at play. But it's like, if I'm making a print, what's the point? The point is to sell it. I'm not making a print because I want to make a print. So I should really push into what the people want. Right? That's what I should do. So maybe for another, because again, I think no matter what this is gonna be, it's gonna be like a very environment heavy thing. What if it's like this? Let's see if I can adequately sketch this. So we're like looking up. We're like underneath a rock. Okay. I don't even remember what Breath of the Wild Link looks like. I don't know if that translates on the sketch. I don't think I even want to do that. But yeah. And I even think this is actually too big. I actually think that's way too big. Way too big. Something like this. I think the print you liked was cool, partly because it was an everyday situation and the thing all players, yeah. But in the game, it's just a quick animation. So the print, yeah, that's also true. Good observation. We have this, maybe even like further down. Okay, so we have something like this, and then maybe we do We do some little happy trees. Those are our little secrets. That's our little secret there. Actually, no. And then maybe... Oh, it should be like a dragon, shouldn't it be? I don't know if I like that, but like something. So it's the opposite, but it's also maybe not the dragon. It also adds that huge emphasis on the environment. This is a little bit more the sky, and this is like Breath of the Wild Link, and he's like on a ledge looking up. Like, I love these. Like, these two. That would be kind of cool if I had a whole series of, like, Link in some scenario, right? Like, observing something. Like, it's him in different settings. We're percolating. We're percolating. This is part of the process, kids. This is how the sausage is made. I guess in this Breath of the Wild one, that's like where Zelda is like white in the title, isn't it? See, I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild. It's not classic Zelda, and it's like, it was a really fun departure. It's just not the classic Zelda. So I hate when it's like, that is now the established like canon. It's like, that's not, but what? You can't make the guest star, the cameo? Can't make the guest star like the dogma of the series now. It feels so weird. Link observing Beetle harassing customers. There could be like maybe a Korok, right? Like, I mean, there's got to be something fun in the piece. And like, right, like flying up there, you know, you kind of get what I'm doing. Maybe some little like magic. A whole beetle print? You want a whole Malo Mart? I got you, Carlos. Carlos, I got you. Draw the baby with the eyebrows. Malo? The baby with the brows? A Malo Mart poster? But Carlos, could they handle it? Would the people accept it? Would they accept it? Double Dog Dare. Oh god, no. The dark side of Zelda. This is real Zelda. Every time I saw this kid, he was scowling. I mean, I don't know if you don't interpret it that way. That's a scowl. That is a scowl. I just remembered I have to sit at the DMV tomorrow for undetermined number of hours. I have an appointment, but I already know how this is gonna go. His ears are not quite pointed yet. It's bold. Be bold, right? Right, Carlos? You're like, take a risk. Take a risk. Do something no one else will do. That baby murdered their parents, I know it. Demon baby. No, it's Malo. Farron Mock is here. You got commissioned to Malo Love. No, I finished the commission work already. I sent that. I saved it out. So now I was trying to come up with a Zelda print. Like, I need to come up with an idea for a Zelda print that, like, would make me happy, like my soul happy, but also would actually sell and people would be interested in. And there's a great conflict that is brewing in me. And Carlos, CRF Art Room, says I should just make a Malo Mart print, and that'll be the best thing I'll ever make. Do you agree? Is that it? Should I just do that? I do. Malo's pretty great. laugh looking at this baby's face. Next year, my best-selling print is Malo, and Carlos just quits all art. I make a joke print of Malo Mart, and I sell more prints than I've sold ever. I would quit. I'd be like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Oh yes, bringing Pack Lady into the situation makes it so much more comfortable in here. Here, do you need a palate cleanser, Double Dog Dare? Use the new Mr. Hink plushie. That is wholesome. Wholesome. I think this actually is a little too mean. I think the funny thing about Malo is it's like smug, but not like too mean. Let's see. Let's see if I duplicated this, so if I need to go back, I will. Let's see. Cute. Was the baby a doll you could buy? No, that's the shop owner. That's the shopkeeper. It's Malo Mart. You know what's the other funny thing is I feel like Malo is always side-eyeing. Always. No matter what. Always. Runs an intra-province enterprise. Yeah, he does. Emphasize those cheeks. You like Carlos' arm seat designing? Your cheeks are super swollen. Why? Oh yeah, the wisdom teeth. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Any issues? Did it go okay? Not fun. No. Which Zelda? Toilet Princess? Yeah, Twilight Princess. They went fine. Good. Good. How much time off do you have to recover? A week? You're like, Kevin, I'm in the office right now. 2 days. You get 2 days, buddy. Those 2 days are going to be glorious, though, aren't they? Like the Bahamas. Oh, should we go back to Malo Mart? We should, shouldn't we? This is Carlos's dream. Carlos right now, this is what he has dreamt of. Me doing a whole stream on Malo, listening to Malo Mart music. He is living for this. Why is there a baby in the sewer? I think the better question is why isn't there? Which I'm hoping air travel won't affect that. Oh yeah. Are you coming back to Austin next week, or is this somewhere else? Panda Zelda drawings. Yeah, Panda. I'm trying to figure out a Zelda art print, like for reals. I was brainstorming some ideas, and Carlos said I should just do a Malo print. So, Malo. If I had bits, I'd be flooding you. Just invoice me for the bits. Austin, nice. Let me know, man. School starts next week, but I mean, I'm around. Would you buy this, Carlos? I think I need to make this body even smaller. %, but only if you're here tomorrow too. I will not be. Can I? I just can't do enough, can I? Once I get my itinerary, I'll let you know. Chubby baby, yeah, chubby baby arms, 100%. They have to be chubby. So Panda, I was trying to figure out what to do for a Zelda print, and I'm struggling because there's what I want to do and there's what I should do. I want to do a classic Zelda print, like Green Link, but I feel like, and I think they're probably right, only Breath of the Wild stuff matters now, that era of Link. So I was concepting out some ideas here for a print. I think the common denominator is that it's going to have to be very, very environment heavy and not character heavy, because I think that's what separates Zelda from a lot of things. There is the new Zelda game. Yeah, there is. True. Echoes of Wisdom. We can finally play as our girl. Carlos is loving this. He's loving this. Green Link is the best. I agree. You could draw Zelda. We need our green boys, Link and Luigi, together. I was so angry as a kid having to play a dude. Wanted a girl main character. Could always go like dark like Majora's Mask. Yeah. Could. Should I change the title of the stream to Malomart for 3 hours? And then people will tune in and then this is all they see. Is it everything? I hope this is everything you ever hoped for, Carlos. You'll get showered in bits. What would I even do? Like, okay, serious talk. How do I turn this into a sticker? Do I do rupees in the background? It's amazing. Ooh, and the Ooga Chuga Baby. Bestseller already. I had a lovely evening watching Pokemon with my mom this evening. She's back into Pokemon Go and wanted to learn the lore. Really? Just 30 years to catch up on. Sarah's going in for the lurk. Bold move, Cotton. I wonder how it'll work out for her. It's actually not a very good rupee. Something is off. It's a little too pointed. And then if I do this, Dear Diary, today I watched Kevin draw Mallow from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and listened to Mallow Mart music on endless loop for 3 hours. I have never felt more fulfilled in my life. Never. It's an ad. I was looking for what tab was making noise. Oh, you have a ad yelling at you? Toddler bath time? Yeah. I'm like committed to this bit now. I'm just gonna finish this design. All gold, of course. All gold, of course. That's just like my mind. Always a random ad somewhere. Panda, as a Zelda fan, would you have any interest in a Mallow sticker? Mallow Mart? This is my random Mallow sticker that nobody wants. It's funny. Carlos said I can invoice him for the bits. I love your art so much. That is code for no. I want a pinup tinkle. You mean tingle? Maybe I should just go crazy and just make every outlandish idea, because we'll just see. Pinup beetle? It's like, guys, I've lost my mind. I'm gonna do anything anybody asks for. Now's your chance. Just put whatever you want out there into the ether. That would be great. Green eyes. Bum ba da dum ba da dum bum bum. Look. Look. It's funny. I don't know why it's funny, it's just funny. Alright. There's a random Mallow thing. There. It will live on this sketch sheet. Sonic OC X Vorchuja. Ugh. Ugh. Let me look at a picture of Tingle. We've reached that level. Which Tingle? The more cartoony or the more realistic? Tingle, tingle, loop. Look how happy he is. The serial killer version? Pinup Luigi would be my jam. Pinup Luigi? You think I'm gonna do Pinup Luigi? What's the pose, Panda? What's the pose? Give him the ghost vacuum so he can clean. He finally did it. We got him to snap, and now just say anything, and he just does it. Mamma mia. Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, okay. Biting the glove off? Somebody see me? Nobody on the planet will buy this, Panda. Pin-up Hetsu. Panda, people, I will make negative money. 200. Okay. 200. You could just commission. You could just commission Spicy Luigi. Mamma mia. I have other commissions. That's fine. Oh, you know what I should do? Yeah. Oh, see, people have already done this. Interesting. People have already made merch with like a Malo Mart logo. I was gonna say one thing I would add to this is like actually no, it should be smaller. See spicy drawing cell. Okay. No. We have 40 minutes left. I can't believe we have a lot of time. I didn't have a good game plan for today at all. I thought the commissions were going to take a little bit longer than they did.
How do we make this look more sus?
Nope, we don't. The answer is we don't make it look more sus. The answer is we actually do not make it look more sus. Let me switch back to this so you guys at least have something to look at while I'm trying to find something. I was looking at this one, Carlos. I know Carlos and I go way back on Harvest Moon. I'm a big Harvest Moon fan. I've always been a big Harvest Moon fan. This is the sketch I did for Inktober a couple years ago. I think I'd really like to remaster this one, like all full color. Today was laundry day, but I rebelled and did 0 laundry. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Relax. You're in a safe zone. Harvest Moon. Pete. Pete the farmer. I love that. Thanks, man. I found out why the stream kept crashing. My Wi-Fi's out. Oh. That's no good, buddy. I did this sketch, Carlos, Inktober 2022. You're supposed to gasp and say, "How dare you?" I feel like a rebel. I'm sorry. I've been told I'm a calming person. I am not here to instigate. Reimagine some game box art. All right, I'm gonna throw a layer on top of this. I did some book editing last night. I still have a lot to do. I have a lot to do in like every single direction imaginable. It's kind of overwhelming. That's fine. That's okay. I love going back to old stuff and like taking another look at it. That looks dumb. I like to see how you've changed. You know, your art style and your approach to things. This mac and cheese is so good, so good. How good is it? It's so good. How good is it? Better than Craft Box Mac for sure. I love a good Alton Brown recipe baked mac and cheese. Maybe his eye is too open. He looks a little bug-eyed. Not as good as the buffalo chicken mac down the road, but I don't think I can eat that yet. For some reason, I keep getting Arctic Arts audio popping up. You do? That's weird. Just randomly? For no reason? He's in your head. Phone's being weird, or he's in my thoughts. Maybe he is. We're due for an Arctic cameo in here. It's been a little bit. It's been a spell. It's been a spell since our dear friend graced us.
Hold it right there, Doodle.
Any last words? There you go. He's off playing games or something not art related, probably. That boy. Arctic Arts is going to be one of those guys. Let it be known now. Let it be known now. Arctic Arts is going to be one of those guys. He's gonna hit me up like in 2 more years. And he's going to be like, Kevin, you were right about everything. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what I've been doing. I should have been doing this and getting out of conventions, and I know I've been telling you to do these things. I don't know why you don't listen to me. Okay. Oh, he has a little thing up here on his hat. Interesting. Yes, he's a mess, that boy. We love him, though. We love him to death. Love him to death. He does seem pretty, he seems pretty darn determined to not try anything new. It's not working. None of my things are, it's like, yeah, because you're doing the same things. Crazy idea. I know. Try not doing the same thing. How about just humor me? Just try it. Let's get out. Let's do some Comic-Cons. Let's do some artist alleys. Let's do some art streams to promote the art of your art brand. Just humor me. This should be... Brims don't go that far back, do they? Like that, I think. Okay. See, his proportions were all wonky when I did it last time. Should have had more arm. Oh, he has gloves and I didn't even do the gloves. What's wrong with me? Didn't even do the gloves. Proportions? Oh, I know. I know. You don't gotta tell me. Panda, did you see the new emote? I'm assuming you saw. I don't remember. Did you see the new emote? Yes, that's the very one. How did you know? You were probably here and I forgot. Thank you, Jay Freak. It's okay to forget about me. You know,
Looks so yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
2, 3.
Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
I don't like something about this. I don't like something's off. Something's weird there. I also love this chicken's expression back here. I mean, come on. You can't really, but it's okay if you do. Purely accidental, I promise. Purely. Honestly. Okay. How do we do this? Like this? If we hit the, have we, I was gonna say, have we hit the witching hour where, J Freak vanishes and starts a live stream? You already missed that window. Did you already do it? You know, it'd be funny if you did an entire live stream. That would be something. This should go over his face. I'll never tell. Okay. All right. Okay. We should switch to Harvest Moon music. I don't know what we're listening to. How much time do we have left? Oh, thank goodness. We're almost done. Oh, thank goodness. I don't want to distract people from your... You know what, J Freak? You're okay. You're okay. You're good people. Good people. I don't think I'll do a nostril. I think I'll just leave him nostrilless. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I know today's been a little bit of a... I don't know. Energy's not quite there today, but that's okay. Can't always be there. It can't always be there, you know? You have more energy than I do I? Can I be like, can I just copy this? Can I cheat? Can I use the tools that are available to me to make my job easier? I'm getting kind of hungry. You know what I could eat right now? A bowl of cereal. I could eat a bowl of cereal right now. I also got some strawberry preserves yesterday at the grocery store. Could make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This seems way too big. His back leg, all of a sudden seems way too big. And maybe it shouldn't be that high arced. I mean, it definitely looks better. Something about this arm is still off too. Is this just because I didn't give him enough arm again? Or maybe, I mean, I think it's a little bit of that, and also I think his bicep is too long. But it shouldn't matter because I need to do this also. Use the tools. Use them. I wonder if this is one of those pieces that might look cool if I did like the full silhouette on half the body. Probably not, but because I've tried that before, and if it sounds cooler in my head, and then I do it, I'm like, that didn't look that good. Oh, should I give him a tool? I didn't give him a tool last time. Maybe he should be holding a tool. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you've had a lovely time listening to Malo Mart for about 20, 30 minutes. We did some commission work, some sketch ideation for a new print, moved on into some sketches, the sketchbook, reopened the sketchbook again. I don't know if I want to do this. Kristen, what's going on? So late to the show, my bad. It's okay. All right, let me do this, and you guys gotta tell me if it's inappropriate. Oh, I already fused them together. Dumb. Okay. Is it inappropriate? I don't even want people, like, even the innuendo, right? I mean, it's a rake. But I don't want, because of the positioning. You know what I'm saying? I probably should just not. That's fine. It's alright. The back to school drag is real. Did you get school stuff for today? Yes. Today. Finally. I spoke to a human being. Apparently, the Austin Independent School District launched a brand new online registration portal this school year. And it has caused tremendous amount of issues, especially with kids being registered in the wrong grade. So that's great. I was like, well, that's me. And because my wrong grade booted my kid to an elementary school, that was causing a hiccup. But she looked online and said everything was good. I said, I don't need to do anything. I'm good, right? And she's like, yep, you're good. Okay. All right. Technology is very fun. Reminds me of that drawing my student did. Right. Well, we couldn't show that because the chat wasn't on your side. We had too many lurkers earlier. We couldn't make it happen. The numbers were there in the viewership. We just couldn't make it happen. Looks naughty. Okay, cool. How about, let me save this because I haven't saved it. And now, let me look at this rooster. Look at this rooster. Come on. Technology is fun. It's got to be like extra beanish. That's what makes people love them. They got to be extra cute. The chickens. Chickens. Animals must be cute, yes. How did the photo shoot go last weekend? It went great. It went awesome. photographer was super cute. Thank you for asking. The SpongeBob face. And the Mrs. Pac-Man face. I think I gotta like separate a little bit here for the wings. Just a little bit. Should they be even smaller, or is that good? The legs, the feet. I guess that's probably okay. That mouth looks dumb.
Good job. You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper.
Hey, thanks, Ray. Sarah. Sarah, I swear you've been on this platform for years. I think you're not fooling nobody. I think you are actually a Twitch expert. You may actually be an expert. Like that? Maybe? Yeah! She's been watching me all these years. She is not. Or maybe she has. Secret? Is that 2 layers? What layer is... Okay, let's just not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. I think maybe these should be... This leg should be squished in more. Right? Look how adorable. Can I get some acknowledgement for how adorable this rooster is? Can I get some acknowledgement, please? You're not about to tell me this rooster is not absolutely adorable. You're not. You're not gonna do it.
No matter how anybody says it is. Feels good to have made something.
That's right. It should be a sticker.
It's probably the best drawing I've ever done.
It probably is. Super adorable, thank you. You're adorable, says Panda. Very cute chicken, says J Freak. Maybe this should be somewhere else. Although it doesn't, I mean, this is, I can do whatever I want.
Looks so yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
Should I make the face even smaller? Will it make it even cuter? Probably. It looks so good, thank you. Did you see the angry baby? Kristen, you got here late. Did you see the angry baby? Big eyes make things cute. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. Bigger, smaller. I'll just put it back. I'll just second guess everything and just put it back. All right. The angry baby. So I was working on some print some print ideas for a Zelda print. And here's kind of some of the stuff I was coming up with, like pretty expansive jungle scene, classic Link exploring, and then Breath of the Wild Link on like a cliff looking up at like a Korok, sky. This is like the three characters clashing, and then Carlos said it should just be Malo. So we just did Malo Mart, from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is a shopkeeper, a very disgruntled, angry baby who owns a... This is very Tom Nook. It's got like Tom Nook vibes. You know? We're not going to do the rake because it looks inappropriate. See, that's the other thing I really liked about this other one is I liked how I did the corn like this in the background. I love that you made a little Hinkle. Yeah, I also set you as the artist to that, Kristen. I don't know if that's happened to you before. So you have like what is it, like you have a request in your Twitch dashboard that says a streamer has given you credit for making one of their emotes, but you have to accept it. It doesn't mean I can't use it. It just means that if you wanted to take the credit for it, you have like, I can't just do it. You have to accept me doing it. And then if other people click on it, it'll say like, oh, this emote was made by, like it's for this person's channel, but it was made by this other artist. Because there's a lot of artists on Twitch that make emotes for other people. So Twitch launched that a couple years ago, which was a really nice feature where you can give people the artist badge. And that usually means that they are a contributing artist to your Twitch channel. They make graphics and assets and emotes for you, and you want them to get some kind of acknowledgement for them. It was an awesome feature. The only thing I get it, but it frustrates me is you can only have 5. They only let you have a max of 5 artists per channel. So I wanted to give it to, since I make all my own assets, I didn't need it for the purpose of giving people credit. I mean, here I am now literally doing that, but like at the time, I was like, I don't need to give anyone credit because I make all my own stuff. But I wanted it because I wanted to let people know who are the other streamers that are artists. That was my initial goal. I don't know if that works or not. I don't know if it works as corn. Does it work as corn? Kind of looks like a flower. I don't know. It's a cute corn. I thought it'd be like a really cool, like, design choice for the background when I did this last time, and then I didn't quite execute it well. I still don't think that's necessarily executed well, but that's okay because we're already over time. I like the way this looks. This is definitely going to be the next sketch I'm going to finish up like I did with the Spirit Halloween one. So I'm going to save this. I'll leave this on the desktop and work on it when I need stuff to work on. This again is based off of this. This is an Inktober 2022 drawing. This was the digital sketch before I transferred to the final. And we did some brainstorming on Zelda prints. Here's kind of what I came up with. Nothing definitive yet. Here's a lovely drawing of Mallow from Mallow Mart in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Work is going okay. It's fine. It's quiet this week. Boss is out of town, so it's quiet this week. And then we also, let me show you guys this before I get out of here. We did have a commission. Started it off with this character for someone who's like for a card game, I believe. And we went through the adjustments he wanted, changed it up. This was the redo. So I'm going to send this back to him for input. See what he thinks. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you again, Kristen, Polish Panda, J Freak, Sarah. Thank you for being here as always. Carlos is lurking out there. Double Dog Dare, Farron Mock, and special shout out to was it Pat Draws, right? Pat Draws was in here earlier. It's nice to see you guys, chat with you all. It was very productive. Different energy. Shall we raid? Shall we raid and run? Shall we raid and run? Who do we raid? Oh, well, okay. I was gonna say that's kind of ironic. Someone's playing Stardew Valley, one of the artists, and we were doing a farming drawing. Art is live, and he is. What is he doing? What? More gaming? Should we try to find someone brand new? Not art, like always. Ark is just not doing art like always. Should we try to find? Let's try to find someone new. Let's find someone brand new who has very few people watching, and let's go show them we appreciate them making art. Let's see. This looks amazing. This is all I needed to see. Spirit Chill, Clouds and Crafts, drawing like a possum wizard character. So let me grab this username. If you guys can hang out for just a minute to say hello to the person we're gonna raid and say, hey, we like that you make art. That'd be cool. If you need to head out, I understand. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your night. I will be back on Thursday with something. Alright, let's set up this raid. So we're gonna go say hello to Spirit Chill drawing a wizard possum. I will see you guys over there, or I'll see you next time. Have a great night.